I am Liisi. I'm the CEO of Latitude59. It is a global platform that connects the startups and investors from all around the world. Actually, also the innovators that are interested in the tech world. You don't have to be a developer or a founder to be part of it. So this is what we are promoting, and that's our mission. We also really want people to be bold and build the world they want. Tech can really impact the world in a good way, so trying to show that with our platform. We are basically a place where people come together. There are different startups, investors, ecosystem, community players, and so on. So all the different parts in the ecosystem.
Are you debating in Kenya or you've been here?
This is our third year in Kenya. So we started 2023 with a much smaller crowd. This year we're hosting 3,000 people in ASK Dome tomorrow and Friday. So it's going to be already 2 days now. And today we're here actually at day zero, so Investor Day. Today we had over 100 investors from both Europe and African countries. So I think 22 countries were represented today, which is pretty amazing, like what kind of people we can bring together. And yeah, like on Friday we're gonna see the top 10 in the finals from the pitching competition, and one of them will go home with $50,000 syndicate investment from Nairobi Angels Network.
It was so cool.
So, what would you say inspires you about Africa?
Oh, so many things. First, Ubuntu. Because Ubuntu for me represents Africa. I am because we all are, and the humanity to others, like how this ecosystem really works in communities and sticks together. They all support each other, and I really like it. It really inspires me how hungry and excited the founders here are, and also the fact that they are solving the world's biggest problems and really just trying to find solutions to, things like climate change and so on. So lots of things, but maybe just to mention those three.
And obviously you've been around for 3 years now.
Yes.
You mentioned, why do you feel early stage Kenyan startups obviously you still struggle to get that finance?
Mm-hmm. I do have one opinion about it, and that's just like my kind of observation. Your ecosystem in Kenya, or now I could basically also say our ecosystem in Kenya, because we have been here, we plan to stay here for long term, and it's gonna, together with Kenyan ecosystem to grow. But your ecosystem is quite still early stage, and it will take some time to actually get to a space where, for example, Estonia is. We have 10 unicorns, only 1.3 million people, and 1,700 startups. They're already like second round founders who are, more experienced, have this, like they have exited, they have a lot of experience. There is also more capital because, there was something good happening already, then the money came in and so on. But that just takes time. It has taken time in Silicon Valley, in Israel, in Estonia, in Europe. So I think Kenyan founders are very resilient, and they will get to a place where it's like the capital is flowing more in, and things are changing. We can already see that in 3 years.
You've mentioned unicorns, and obviously in Kenya we mentioned Safaricom is one of the biggest.
Yeah.
Obviously in
Which is an amazing one.
Bolt,
yes, Wise.
global.
Skype is from there.
Why do you think Kenya is at that stage, and what really needs to be done to obviously scale this up?
We need to attract more foreign funds here to invest into Africa. This is what we're trying to do also with the Investor Day, actually, that we're organizing with part of Latitude59, and just that they will see what kind of potential those startups have and how to really invest in here. I think also the government needs to work way more with the private sector in order to like support them. In Estonia, we are very much collaborating with the government and have really good like conversations with them. They help startups and entrepreneurs go abroad and like expand. So I think those two things what I would mention first, but also kind of like sticking with this mindset that like don't give up when it gets hard, because it will get so hard and you want to quit a million times, but then like the fact that you can still pick yourself up and like try again and fail your startup, like fail another one, but go again. That's the spirit of the startup world, which I really, really admire, and I think startuppers are crazy people.
And finally, for me, obviously you've mentioned that part of what you do is to bring European companies, and obviously Estonia, into Kenya. Mm-hmm. What is this one administrative or rather policy bottleneck that you feel keeps European companies away from this country?
It's a really, really good question, and I think a startup that has expanded here is better to answer that. We actually have a couple of them at Latitude tomorrow and Friday, but I do think there are those like legislative systems that are maybe taking a little bit more time than in Estonia, because Estonia is a 100% digital country, so all the things you can do digitally, right? So maybe that's like something to get used to, but all the countries and governments have it, so you just have to be adaptable. If you really want to come, you will find the people who will help you. Latitude can bring all those people together, so it's all possible, I think.
Is it safe to say, you mentioned Estonia being a completely digital country.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say that for the Kenyan case, digitization is part of the process that is slowing that rollout?
I think, our governments are already kind of working together to solve it, and some of the processes and services are digital, right? So I think it's changing, and hopefully it's getting better. The trust needs to be there, right? But I think this is also kind of like changing over time, and with Estonia we can showcase that this is really, really helpful for the entrepreneurs, like for the foreign entrepreneurs who come there to the country, or who get the e-residency. E-residency is our program with what you get like access to all our digital services. You can run all your business online basically. So there are different things that we have done that I think are useful for other governments as well, but our country is also small and thinks global from day one, because 1.3 million people, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's enough for me.
Yeah. So you said you've been here for a number of months, and you've observed the startup culture here. What do you think can be done better?
What can we do? It's a really good question. I think people are already doing their best. Like, I have met so many amazing community organizations who are gathering and doing the meetups and providing the support for startups and like educating investors and so on. So I think this just needs to continue. It needs to be more. And I think just to give this mindset to more people, that the tech world can be for everybody, and you don't have to know how to write the code. You can be a creative person. We're here in Village Creative, lots of creative people here. They are also part of tech world, right? So like, how do we get those other groups of people to the tech world is maybe a question that we can solve in Kenya.
Yeah, underrepresented founders.
Yes.
At Latitude 59. How do you ensure that they get a seat at the top table?
The founders, you mean?
Yeah, the underrepresented ones.
Underrepresented ones.
The newbies.
We are very much focused on the diversity. It is really hard because we know that most of the companies are founded by men, and it's the same in Europe. Like maybe 15% only has like a co-founder or founder who's a woman. but we try to really diversify that in our stages. We try to bring more role models from all the different groups of people to the stage, tell their story. Only this is how you get the attention, and I have had really cool stories happen to me as well. Who two women came to me, saw me on the stage, told me that they started their own company because they saw that this is possible.
Yeah.
So this is very inspiring, and I think we need to showcase that more. And we are always trying to get as diverse people on the stage as possible.
And sometimes back you held an event in New York City where you had over 300 speakers. And
yes, that was my start of my
how did that
world.
experience teach you about managing innovation communities at scale?
New York definitely changed my life, and I think this was the moment where I understood that I kind of belong to the startup world and bringing communities together. And there, of course, the money flows differently and connections flow different because it's such a massive place of business. So I think we just can learn from it that all connections matter, and you just need to have those really good connections, and that can take you really far.
Yeah, last question. Right now there are so many technologies that are happening. You have AI and genetic AI, and now we are going to quantum.
Yes.
How does your vision as Latitude59 fit into these technologies going into the next 5 years?
Wow, that is a hard one. Okay, so I still think that no matter how far the AI is gonna take over our jobs and all those talks about how robots will do everything and blah blah blah, I think technology is great. It will solve a lot of problems, and we have to solve way bigger problems than just what maybe some of the software companies are doing. We need to figure out what to do with the climate. We need to figure out some health questions, food, so on. There are lots of bigger problems that tech can solve. So we believe in that, tech making good things happen. But I do think with Latitude Vision, how this all goes together is that as we are connected more than ever right now, right? Through online. But we will always need the human connection, and this is what our platform does. We bring people physically to one room together,